Magandang araw ho sa lahat. Buenos dias. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuhu. Welcome po to VIDAsabela. Bagong pakulo po ito ng ating Office of the City Mayor. Kwentuhan po tungkol sa buhay dito sa Isabela City. No? So, siguro konting introduction muna kasi meron po tayong ni-launch na Isa TV. So yun, meron tayong series po of TV shows, no? Dahil gusto natin maipakita natin at maibalita natin sa mga taga-Isabela and even outside po of Isabela and Basilan kung ano po yung mga nangyayari dito sa atin o sa ating syudad at sa ating probinsya. At isa nga po dito ay yung ating VIDAsabela, kung saan pag-uusapan ho natin, makikipagkwentuhan po tayo sa iba't ibang mga tao, no? Individuals na may kinalaman tungkol sa buhay dito sa Isabela City. Pero ngayon, sobrang saya ho namin na ang ating unang bisita, pagpapraktisan ko ho siya sa talk show na ito, ay isa hong malapit na kaibigan, close friend, a good friend, I'd like to say. Right?
I agree.
Right?
I hope so. I consider you the same. So
yes. Oo. Una ho siyang pumunta sa Isabela, sa Basilan. This was when?
2016,
first time, no? So, kilalang vlogger po siya. Isa ho siyang Canadian. Pero inshallah, soon ay magiging isa ng tunay na Pilipino.
Oh, malapit.
Yeah. I think it's very... how do you say it? It's fate, I think, na you decided to name your vlog Becoming Filipino. I get goosebumps, no? Oo, Becoming Filipino, without, I think, any idea that one day you might actually become one. But anyway, before you answer that, I'm so madaldal.
Go.
I'd like to introduce our guest for today, Mr. Kyle Jennerman. Mas kilala ho bilang Kulas para sa ating mga Pilipino. So, yan. So, yeah. When you first came, that was 2016. Yeah. You were how old then?
27, turning 28, I think.
Okay. You already had your Becoming Filipino.
Yeah, by that point, I'd probably been doing it for roughly 2.5 years because I started January 2014. And at that point, I'd probably kind of explored maybe 2/3 of areas. As you know, Mindanao is very big, so you can't immerse everywhere. But probably 2/3 of Mindanao and maybe by that point, 40 of the 80 provinces. So I'd been around on a scooter.
You've been around, yes. So you were in Zamboanga City.
I remember this very well. Yeah. I'll take over.
Yes.
I was in Zamboanga City and it was actually my first time ever. I had driven my scooter with my companion Kumar, who's like my barkada cameraman.
Yes.
And we were in Zamboanga City, had been there for maybe a day and a half, 2 days. And we went to the barter market.
Okay.
And yes.
That I remember.
I tell the story all the time to lots of people. And I didn't know who you were or your family, or I didn't know anybody from Basilan. And I don't think you knew who I was either.
No, yes.
But I think somebody may have recognized me, or I might have looked intriguing with a camera, being a white dude running around the barter market. And for some reason, I guess, you guys took notice of me.
Yes.
And we had a mutual friend, I believe.
Robert Arsenia.
Yes, in the DSWD in Zamboanga. And I got a text message that evening saying, hey, you know, the Hatamans would like to invite you to Basilan. Do you know what I did? I remember getting that text message, looking at my friend Kumar, you know, my barkada, and going, Basilan. You know, because up until that point, Basilan was kind of, I mean, like anything in life, everywhere is intriguing. But I would be honest in saying I didn't plan on ever, at that point, crossing over to...
But you've heard of Basilan?
Yeah, because, to be blunt, because everyone would just tell me that's where the Abu Sayyaf was.
Don't go there.
I did, that's just basically it. Don't go there, stay away. It's dangerous for you. You know, I actually... I get upset whenever I repeat this, but people would say, because bad people are there, evil people, they're going to steal you away and hurt you, and your life's gonna be bad if you go there. So that's the impression I had. Well, I didn't personally think that, but that's the impression other
Yes, of
people
course.
put on me about this.
And of course, for somebody who hasn't been here, you would always, for your own sake, just okay, I not go there. So, but there, our common friend messaged when we saw each other on that day at the barter. In the afternoon was our flight going back to Manila. It was me and Mujib. And then evening we were talking with Robert and about the possibility of you visiting Basilan, and then he said yes, he's going. So the next morning we flew back.
Wait, did you actually? No way.
Yes.
So you'd already flown to Manila.
Yes, to Manila.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then we were like, we didn't know you because we're not like YouTube people, but our kids knew you. So when we talked about that and you coming over, so Mujib and I decided to really come and host you and show you around. So we flew back the next morning, and the rest is.
Yeah, we spent the day in Basilan.
Just one day.
Can I actually? I'll just say too. What was really very nice about that trip as well was at the time being somebody who's very immersed in social media, but also being somebody who's very cautious with how I use my social media.
Yes.
I don't know. I think I might have mentioned it once at the time, but I don't know if I did. But I was really just like, I just want to focus on what's around me. I'm probably not going to include you guys in anything or show you.
And we also didn't want that.
And it was nice, yes. So you were very just like,
Yeah.
whatever. Don't point the camera at us.
Yes.
We just want to be there to support you.
Yes, we wanted the story to really be just about you and your experience here in Basilan.
And funny enough, I came back again
Yes.
in 2018 with a friend from
There
Canada.
were 3 of you, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I am back again now in your office.
Yes.
And I've been here for 6 days.
Yeah, 6 days already.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
So yun po, that was his first time here, and then he came out with a very, very nice video about Basilan, right? The White Beach,
Malamawi.
Malamawi, and then the rubber plantation, our coffee,
And the weavers, of course.
the weavers, yes.
That was. I think I'm sorry that I've forgotten how to pronounce your name correctly, but your national living treasure who recently passed away. I had the privilege of meeting her.
So you had the opportunity to meet her and her
Yes.
granddaughter. I
Yeah.
think.
That was very moving as well. That was, see, even thinking about this now, like we just mentioned earlier, how so many people would just talk about these really strange negative things, place them on Basilan, but just in one day, the island was able to kind of shape my perception of, wow, okay, white beach, whoa, really plentiful seafood, wow, really hallow cool kind of funky culture.
Yes.
Wow, weavers, wow, like it was really fascinating how in 8 hours, all of those kind of things are just in Bisaya Hawa, gone, It's very...
Exactly. Yeah.
But I also wonder, out of curiosity, because seeing me, I don't know, how many, prior to that, had you had many other, like, young, white, foreign national...
No, because at that time, I wasn't based here. We were based, Muji was in Cotabato as our governor, and I was based in Manila. So we don't really encounter that much foreign tourists or bloggers. And I think you were one of the first bloggers, I think, in the country, right? It wasn't that popular yet at that time.
I was kind of an OG, like old guy.
Yes.
I kind of was doing it before
Does OG mean OG?
Yes, there you go.
I
OG.
thought it's original.
No. I think
So when
it's
people say I'm an OG,
but they refer to me as being like old. It's like you're old at doing something.
yes,
So
one of the pioneers.
So I guess like when I was making videos, the term vlog didn't actually exist.
Exactly.
I was doing the passion and purpose and
Yes,
connection.
yes. I think you were called YouTuber or something.
Yeah,
no?
like, I was just kind of that guy roaming
So
around.
how did you start?
Okay.
VIDAsabela, 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 VIDAsabela.
I was just kind of that guy roaming
So
around.
how did you start?
Okay. Basically, in 2012, I was working in Hong Kong, and it just so happened that my work colleagues were Filipino. And up until that point in my life, I've been to 30 countries,
Okay.
kind of all over Southeast Asia, India, Europe. I've
No,
worked
before
around.
that, I like the story of your 16-year-old, 12-year-old, the one, the plane.
Oh, okay, the India.
Indian.
Okay. That's true. When I was 16 years old, I was on a plane with my mom to London from Canada. We're doing like a spring break trip, and I sat down on this plane, and next to me was a guy from India,
Yes.
and I just found it so fascinating, like the accent he had and the way he spoke and the things he was talking about. I remember sitting there going, you know, I need to go see, like, what's this world like? Are there really like places where people have these unique kind of vibes to them and think and talk differently? And so when I was 19, I took a break from university and I flew to India and spent a month there, and that kind of kick-started my traveling, which the 30 countries later and getting a job in Hong Kong, I connected with Filipinos there as work colleagues, and they're the ones who invited me to come here to the Philippines. But I wasn't making videos. I wasn't writing stories, none of that. What happened is, over the course of a year of coming and going, I just became very inspired by a lot of kind of simple things. Not simple things, but just the way people could find ways to be happy,
And
connect, and just the way that people could be very resilient, or the way people here in the Philippines can just be together, even when they're a little bit different, regardless from where they're from. So it's actually the hard part for me right now is I'm trying to make that really short. It should be me talking to you for 3 hours explaining why, but I just I want to skip that part.
Okay,
I want to skip that.
okay.
Yeah, I got very inspired for about a year, and then I decided, you know what? I genuinely
So the
believe.
inspiration came when you were here in the Philippines.
Yeah, coming and going.
The inspiration was really about the Filipinos.
Yes, absolutely. They greatly impacted my life in a positive way. And because I was so impacted in a positive way, I went, you know what? I think if I share these things that I'm experiencing here that are having a positive impact on me with other people, then they can benefit from it and the world can benefit from it. So I was like, you know what? What am I going to do? Take photos and write stuff? I said, wait, what if people don't think it's real? I guess I have to make videos. So that's when I started with a camera, and then I knew I didn't know how to do this, so a friend helped me film, and then over the years and years and years, it just became a very passionate, positive journey, and actually it became something where the reason it continued and the reason it grew was because it was having a positive effect not just on me but other people around me, and that's why I wanted to keep doing it.
So when and how did you realize that it was making an impact?
I think the biggest thing right away would have been maybe after about 8 months. I remember getting a message from a Filipina. She was living in the US. Now,
After how many episodes?
I don't even know. At that point, I was just documenting my life on a daily basis. But imagine getting this message. So it's a lady. She's like, "Hey, Kulas." Like, I don't know who this is. And she goes, "You know what? I'm a Filipina. I've been living here in the States for 16 years. I have 2 kids, an American husband. We've been here. My kids they're growing up now. They don't speak their language." She was originally from Bicol. Like, they don't speak Bicolano. They don't speak Filipino. We never really think about going to the Philippines. I'm just here living my life in America, but I'm reading all these things and seeing all these things that are so, positive and unique and like uplifting, and it makes me realize like, I need to connect with who I am. And then she sends me a picture. Hey, look I'm at the Mayan volcano. I'm actually sending you this message from the Philippines because you drew me to want to come back and connect with who I was.
Now I
and
want
share
to
that.
cry.
Now imagine, this is 2014 maybe, end of 2014. So I'm sitting there going, I can't stop. I have to keep doing this. Because if it's having that effect on people, like, I have to. And now can you imagine you know, over 8 years of doing this, how many tens of thousands of messages. And what was shocking was I never actually thought that the information I was going to be putting out on the internet was actually going to be so impactful for Filipinos. I thought maybe foreign nationals more so, but I didn't realize that how many millions of Filipinos just had, you know, they'd look at the negatives of their country and they would overwhelm them so much like this, that all those positives, which are way bigger, you know, they would just forget about them, and they would drift them away from their country or wanting to be a positive impact on their country. So I just had to keep doing it.
And you know, the impact is not just on Filipinos outside of the Philippines, but even like Filipinos like from Luzon, and then how they now see Mindanao, and Visayas, how they now see Luzon, you know, all those. That's why when you told me like, I'm not supposed to be crying, I'm the host.
I'll cry later. I will cry later. If we get deeper, I'll cry later, I promise.
Where was I?
I think you were about to talk about generalizations
Yes,
because of people up north
and you were telling me about, you know, people feel a connection with you, and I told you maybe it's because as Filipinos you serve as bridge to all of us, connecting all of our identities, all of our homeland, and all of, you know, everything that's beautifully different,
I think
among all Filipinos.
I think I'll say two things about this. Number one, I'll never forget driving my scooter in Laguna in November 2014. I was driving down just south of Lukban, Quezon, and I pulled over, and there's a bibingka stand, and there's a lady selling bibingka, you know, and she comes up to me and she goes, "Hey man, like, where are you from?" And in my broken Tagalog, I'm like, you know, well, actually, galing Canada, pero nakatira Cagayan de Oro, Mindanao. And she looks at me and goes, Abu Sayyaf. And I remember sitting there at that moment in 2014 in November going, how could, when I say the word Mindanao, how could somebody who's a Filipino instantly think of that term? And I remember at that moment being like, okay, it's not just because I live in Mindanao and I'm passionate about being here and this is really starting to become my home, but just in general, all around the world, we shouldn't be taking extreme, isolated, negative things and generalizing them over huge, you know, Mindanao's 27 million people and 97,530 square kilometers, you know, how can you do that? So that kind of was a kickstarter for me, realizing, wait a minute, potentially I could use my life and social media as a means to maybe fight back against that. But how I did it was not by looking at that person and going, you're wrong, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't say that. Instead I just went, okay, I'm gonna go around Mindanao and I'm just gonna show what's happening around me as real and raw as I can, and just always connect that word Mindanao to all the stuff I experienced. And all the stuff I experienced was positive. Literally, up to this moment, sitting here in your office. It's 8.5 years. Have I seen negative things? Have I been exposed to negative things? Absolutely, but very, very, very small compared to all of the beauty. So that was definitely something that also kind of motivated me and
Kept you going.
kept me going when I was doing it. So absolutely.
So, you know, if we are faced with waves of bad things, sometimes it's just so impossible. It might seem impossible for us to stop it. We can instead build mountains of good things and rise above it. And that's what you've been doing, and we'd like to. I don't want to thank you.
No, you shouldn't. I don't.
Because you're one of us.
Well,
you know, thanking you would seem like, you know, patronizing. No, diba?
I don't. I actually.
Because this is you.
I don't enjoy when people say like, although I mean it's very flattering and nice when people are like, yeah, thank you Kulas for doing this class.
Yeah,
I'm not
yes.
actually doing anything. All I'm doing is living and being real, but I chose to take that and package it on the internet in an honest, real way.
True.
And I allow people to do whatever they want with it. And what they've been doing is, I guess, connecting with it in a positive way. But to the point where it's literally, I now have met so many, hundreds of thousands of people in the real world who have genuinely, for example, told me, hey man, I'm in Ilonggo. You know, I'm from like, you know, Panay Island. I went to Cagayan de Oro, went whitewater rafting and roamed around Bukidnon because you made me feel like it was okay. And I realized it was okay and I had a great experience. I never thought I would go to Mindanao before because I was afraid. And it also made me wonder, why do people, you know, I don't know, you being actually born, I'm assuming in Mindanao, I believe from Sulu before, but you're here in Basilan, from Basilan, but you know, how does, do you know why that happened? Like, why did the Philippines, why do so many people think of Mindanao in such
It's a very, very long story. I think you can even, you know, connect it to colonization. You know, when they tried to, the colonizers tried to, not just tried, really did paint a negative image so that we won't unite as a people, you know, as a nation. So we hear of this place like the Moro Moro, you know, depicting the people of Mindanao, particularly the Muslim Filipinos, as pirates and you know, bad people. So, and then recent, you know, some of media people, they would speak about, they would only, Basilan and the rest of Mindanao would only appear in the news if something bad happens. So that's the image planted on many of those outside Mindanao. It's an image, you know, created and then imposed on the entire island province and the people themselves. And they just, that's why I agree with you when you said that we should actually impose or promote that people should come. If you want to talk about Mindanao, if you want to talk about Basilan, you should come. That's why my response to the recent statements was, I find no credibility in any statement about us from anybody who hasn't even visited us in the recent years.
That's really fascinating to me, actually, how people will make assumptions.
Exactly.
And again, I find it very sad, but I also find it uplifting that you can change how that, but just by getting people to even come, or by, you know, again, not by just being like, you're wrong, I don't like you, don't call us bad names, you know, but you can really, again, I think it's really, you should be optimistic, even with, you know, a lot of...
Well, you know, I always tell people, no matter how, you know, we speak of the experts and the authorities about peace, about even tourism and history and culture, there can be, no one can be more knowledgeable about us than us.
Absolutely.
This is our story, this is our life, so we own it. We shouldn't be held hostage, you know, by these ideas from outside.
On a positive note, I remember in 2019, I was invited to do a tourism talk in Mall of Asia. It's the big like national tourism expo. So I did my tourism talk, and towards the end of it, I was just talking about like places and things and experiences, and I actually flipped up. This is in the middle of MOA, big, you know, center of all the travel expo, and boom, Basilan came up because I had it in my slideshow. And I went, Basilan, and I remember talking when that came up. You know, all these eyes were like, whoa. Basilan at a travel,
Yeah,
you know, a
yeah.
national travel expo.
Yeah.
You know, but actually, just recently, a month ago, I saw that the DOT
Yes.
actually came and promoted Basilan,
Yes.
and it was so nice to
Yes.
see that. 3 years later from that, I was like,
Yeah.
just last month, I remember seeing it, even on Instagram. It's like Isabella de Basilan.
Yeah.
It was like drone shot, and like how does that make you feel?
We were crying because you know, well, not a few years back, you know, as you said, people would be shocked about Basilan being promoted as a tourist destination. So, you know, giving us that space was really meant something, because we are in the process of, you know, rebuilding Basilan, and we also need to convince our own people, right? And everything starts with the mindset, and we were discussing this, I think, the other day. with the infrastructures that's been going on.
Yeah, no, fair play.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's good.
But you know, the mindset of the people must also follow. If we are fast at building bridges and infrastructures, we should also be as fast in changing the mindsets of our people. And all this support that we are getting from the DOT, from people like you, it's really telling ourselves that we can do it, that it's really possible.
I like to believe too, even just from the interactions I have in Isabela and around the province with local people, some do recognize me and know me, but some don't. And you can kind of just, for me, I almost feel it's important that even when you guys are still growing and progressing and becoming more peaceful, I can't just run around the island by myself, go everywhere.
Yes.
But as you're progressing too, I think it's important that people do come, because they need to show people here that they believe in them too.
We believe in you,
It's
we
like,
trust you, right? We're cheering for you.
yeah, I am. Every time I see a post on the internet that's positive about Basilan, I give like a little fist pump in front of my computer because I feel like, I don't know, when I, for example, if I write something positive about Basilan, but that's real and honest and positive, how does that make you feel as a local in Basilan?
I don't know how to explain this, but it always inspires us and gives us courage when we see Basilan from the eyes of like people like you. It refreshes our lens. It gives us hope, knowing that there are, like I said, people cheering for us and believing in us.
It's funny, I just realized as well, I'm almost trying to flip this and ask you questions because I realize that, like, even for me, sitting here right now talking to somebody who's Yakan, and even, I'll give you an example, like I didn't have in the past many friends who were hijabs or who were Muslim. Now I have many more, having lived in Mindanao for a long time, but it's just, there's so much I want to know, and there's so much that's so fascinating about Basilan, and I've only been here, 2 quick trips and now a 6-day trip.
Yeah.
But like, imagine if you're somebody watching this, and you come here, it's gonna blow your mind. I had a friend who just came here literally 3 days ago. I had a friend in Zamboanga City, a British friend. I was like, oh, you gotta come over just for the day.
Yeah, the whitest guy.
The whitest guy. He's the whitest guy in all of Malamawi. I hope you put a photo up of him. I can send you one. He's very white.
Yeah.
But you know what? Literally since that, 3 days ago, every day he's been messaging me on Facebook going, I want to know more.
Aww.
It's so fascinating. That's why even right now, I'm almost like asking you questions
Yes,
because you
this
guys
is
are
my
fascinating.
show.
because you guys are fascinating people, and I think that I hope that when people see this right now and watch my body language and see that I'm doing that, it's because if you come here, you'll do it too. It will fascinate you, and you'll want to come back, and it's really like,
just keep coming back. Yeah. Anyway, okay, let's proceed. We've been very serious. Our info people prepared some questions. Okay, here's one interesting question.
okay.
If you were not a famous blogger now, what could have been your profession?
For a day trip,
Yes.
just take the earliest boat from Zamboanga, come here to Isabela, maybe go over, or check out the city first, then maybe pop over to Malamawi. If you can, do that marang, place to the mangroves, interact with the salmon vanigi there, hang on to Malamawi, soak it up, come back, and that's probably only a half a day.
Yeah.
If you want, then you can go, or maybe you can do Lampanigan in the morning, or whatever, you can do it in the afternoon. But when it comes to that 5 p.m. boat, take it, because what will happen is you'll leave, and then you'll be on that boat, and you'll be going, whoa.
VIDAsabela, 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 VIDAsabela.
Okay, here's one interesting question.
Okay.
If you were you're not a famous vlogger now, what could have been your profession?
If I wasn't a famous blogger,
Yeah.
what would be my profession? I was into outdoor education, so I enjoyed just working with people and giving them experiences kind of in the outdoors or just kind of like team building life experiences, you know, with the environment around them. So I'd probably be still doing that. Like I had a very good career in Hong Kong doing that, working with international schools. But I've always been kind of not a drifter, but somebody who certainly is always, you know, I'm stimulated by
Yes.
with the environment around me and people around me.
Okay.
So I don't even know. I don't know. I bet you something would have come up. But what's really fascinating is what I'm doing now is literally going to be the rest of my life. Unless it becomes something that isn't positive for other people and myself anymore. If it shifted and became negative, then I would end it and do something else. But as long as it maintains being a positive thing, then I'll do it. So I don't know what would happen to me.
Okay, interesting. Okay, later maybe. No, but I was thinking there are really people like that who do not have a clear like career
Mhm.
direction, like because you know you see people who at a very young age they already know what they want to be and they really like work towards that.
Mhm.
But there are also people who I'd like to call it as who just respond to the calling,
Mm.
right? Like whatever is wherever life brings you, you just go.
Sort of happened to me.
Exactly.
But the one thing I've learned though is that if you find yourself experiencing something or doing something that's having kind of a positive impact on you and other people and you're really getting into it, you have to make the decision if you're going to go all in or not. So I went all in.
I think what happened perhaps was you found your purpose first, and then the career or whatever profession
followed.
just follows the purpose that you found.
And that's a lesson too for anybody who's doing social
Right?
media.
Yeah.
Like, I kid you not, you can have a bazillion likers or followers and you can probably earn lots of money, whatever, but if you aren't passionate about it, you're gonna burn out. I don't burn out.
Yeah.
I go, I do it, I write, I adventure, I interact because I'm passionate about it. Doesn't matter how many people like it or how many followers or how much money's coming in, it's gonna be doing it anyways. So it's important
Even
to
if
be.
you have just one follower, no, that's not gonna happen. But you know, it will still drive you.
And here's the fascinating thing, is actually just by sharing something with one person, that can be as impactful as sharing it with 1 million. Because that can compound just as
Yes.
big. So don't think that just because you have a big audience just because you have a little audience that you won't be able to make a big impact in the world around you.
Wow. Okay, next. So, you're very fluent in Bisaya.
Medyo? Kasi ba? Ikaw. Actually,
My
kasi,
Bisaya is just 1 minute.
we can do Tagalog, dahan-dahan po. Dahan-dahan. Marunong Tagalog, pero
No,
minsan.
but how did you learn? How did you learn Bisaya?
Really, it was just.
You'd be surprised, Bisaya is one of the languages here in Isabela.
I was surprised. Actually, it's been fascinating because the first thing I do when I'm here is right away. I always ask people, well, first, like, ano pangalan mo? But I use Tagalog because it's kind of generic.
Yes.
But then I'll start being like, tell you a story. We're on Morro Island, like, the BFAR thing.
Yes.
And I jump off the boat, and there's like fish pens, and there's this guy, I think Joshua was his name. He's like a caretaker there, and he comes up to me, and the first thing he does is he tries to speak English, and he does really well. And he goes like, "Hey man, I'm Joshua. Like, come with me. We can look at this." I'm like, so I answered thinking, okay, maybe I'll be generic, speak Tagalog. So I went, Mary, saan maglangoy? Like, by the way, like, saan ka nakatira? Like, saan yung bahay? And anyways, we kind of like have this English Tagalog halo.
Yeah.
Turns out he was Bisaya. So I just went, what? Kasabot Bisaya? Grabe man. Like, pwede mag-story of Bisaya? Like, magsunggo. Oh. So it's been, I learned it though just from my barkada and friends. But it's been fascinating in Basilan how many people speak Bisaya.
Yeah. It's one of the 6 native tongue medium used in schools. Yes.
What are the 6? I'm curious.
Okay. Tausug, Yakan, of course, 2 sama. We have sama
Manigi?
Dilaut, sama, no, Bangingi, yes. And then Chabacano.
Okay, yeah, of course. And
Then of course Bisaya.
so 6. Are we in school?
Schools, yeah, from grades 1 to 3.
Okay.
So in our teleeducation, we also have those all 6. Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
How many do
Cool,
you speak?
Kulas.
Out of curiosity.
Me, myself, or
Yourself. How many do you speak? Or how many can you sort of understand?
a bit of all those.
That's impressive. I'm actually jealous. Okay.
Yeah, I can understand all of them, no, but I just cannot speak very well. But I can understand.
I could say like in Bisaya, I could say suya ko, I'm jealous, or Tagalog inggit ko, or English jealous ko.
Yeah.
You know? But
Yes.
no, I learned Bisaya from my barkada because mainly most were Bisaya.
Yes. Okay, so you've been around Isabela for, if we combine all your trips here, the second time you were here, I think you stayed for 3 days.
4 days, but
4
one was like a
days.
half day. So
Okay, okay. So what's your, if you are to invite people to come, how would you sell Isabela, or what are the places, not just Isabela, but the entire Basilan?
Okay, honestly,
Favorite places?
well,
or?
I can't pick favorites because it's just all so fascinating and I still don't know it all well enough. But what I would say is you should do exactly what happened to me and what I just did to my friend 3 days ago.
Okay.
Come for a day trip.
Yeah.
Just take the earliest boat from Zamboanga, come here to Isabela, maybe go over, or check out the city first, then maybe pop over to Malamawi. If you can, do that Marang, place to the mangroves, interact with the Sama Benigi there, hang on to Malamawi, soak it up, come back, and that's probably only a half a day.
Yeah.
If you want, then you can go, or maybe you can do Lampanigan in the morning, or whatever, you can do it in the afternoon. But when it comes to that 5 p.m. boat, take it. Because what will happen is you'll leave, and then you'll be on that boat, and you'll be going, whoa. Like, wow, this place is so cool. And then it'll make you have to come back.
Yes.
So that's
And
like
stay longer.
and stay longer, exactly. So I would honestly say, come for a day, and for anybody who's genuinely afraid, anybody can come for a day from Zamboanga.
Yes.
Come in the morning, leave in the evening on the 5 p.m. boat. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be wonderful. And it's like, if you're having that issue of like, I don't know, it's Basilan,
Yeah.
just do the day.
Yes.
Do the day and see how you feel. I bet you'll feel very good about it.
Take a peek.
Yes. I almost think that's like, I almost feel like everybody who's in tourism here, like that's, for me, I used to look at something like possibly being the kind of place that has like a negative stereotype to it, or kind of that weird, like mysterious, I don't know, it's Basilan, but actually I think that can be good for you guys.
Yes.
Because I realized for somebody like myself, it makes me even wanna, like, once you have a taste, you're like, oh, I wanna know more, it's so cool, and
Yes,
that's what makes
yes.
you so cool here, so.
Just make the decision, conquer that fear and biases.
And to be fair, I have been super impressed since 2016, because I remember on that trip, there wasn't really a setup thing yet.
Yes.
But now you have a tourism office at the boulevard.
Yes.
You have-
the moment you go down the ferry, there's a tourist center.
And it's
there.
nice, and it's organized, and there's cool brochures, and your tourism staff are awesome.
Yeah.
They are genuinely awesome. Like all you
Shout out
like,
to our tourism officer.
Totally,
Claudio
like,
Ramos.
everyone, go
and
Claudio.
his
I'm raising the
staff.
roof for you.
Yes.
Honestly, like all you have to do is just contact the tourism office on Facebook. No matter what, whoever you are, anywhere around the world. I mean, first and foremost, I'll be honest in saying I want more Filipinos to come here, because I feel like first and foremost, Filipinos should be the ones who get
Yes.
over their fear of Basilan. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. Do I want lots of my foreign friends to come? Sure, but I honestly, personally, when I write stuff and show things here, it's for Filipinos. It's challenging you. If you're Filipino, sorry, I don't like pointing, but it's like this is your country.
Yeah.
Come and see it and learn about it.
True,
So I genuinely like, and you guys have it set up. You have it set up.
Yes.
That's what I've seen now in 2022. 2016, there wasn't really a setup. 2018 still wasn't really set up. Now it's easy.
Yeah.
It's genuinely easy.
Yeah.
Facebook page. Oh hey LGU or no hey Tourism Office Isabella. I want to come over. They'll probably respond like, yeah, dope, come over. What do you want to do? Here's the things you can do.
We're waiting for you.
Yes, there you go. And then you can
What
respond.
took you so long?
Yes. And then you can come over. And then what's going to happen is not only when you come over will you have a cool experience, but all the people here are going to see you come over. And you know what? In my personal opinion, what that's going to do is they're going to look and go, wait a minute, look how happy these people are in our home. I want to protect my home.
Yes.
I want my home to be peaceful because I see the benefit of these people coming over and connecting with me. And when you come over, spend all your money because it's gonna also help, you know, it's gonna help develop
Yes.
things here. And I mean, I'll just leave it at that. Just contact the Facebook page of the DOT here, or the LGU, the local, I don't know how you say it, the local tourism
Yes,
office, and
yes.
it's all set up. It's easy. It's genuinely Sayon, Madali. It's easy. I'm
Just
kicking off.
is-
I'm
yeah.
excited. It's because I'm excited because you did it. You guys actually set up tourism in Basilan and Isabela.
In,
Like,
in 3 years.
and like, literally, it's.
True.
I mean, you going around. It's been very like inspiring for me seeing.
Because you've seen the difference.
I have. I've seen when like
You've
part of
seen
me.
us grow.
Here's the thing. In 2016, 2018, when I left, did I love writing positive things about Basilan? Absolutely, because they were real and they deserve to be read about and shared about. But in the back of my mind, I was always like, it's tough because, I mean, I don't know how I'm going to tell my friends to actually be able to go there and do this stuff. Now, it's not tough. You go on Facebook and you ask the tourism office in Isabela, can I come over? And they go, absolutely. And they give you an itinerary and you come over. It's simple. You did it. You guys all did it. There's tourism people in here. That's why I'm looking around. Like, you did it. So,
Well, when we started promoting Isabela as a tourist destination, I always tell Claude, are you ready? Are you ready to receive the guests? Are you ready to receive the visitors? You know, because it's easy to just invite people to come, but once they're here, what are we gonna do with them? So, during the pandemic, that's what we did.
Smart.
Preparing ourselves.
Smart.
And the moment that, we were slowly opening, somehow, we were already a bit, ready.
what's really cool is, especially, like, for example, when I did the first day I was here on this trip, when I went to Lampanigan and back, like, that's a cool setup tourism activity, and it's great, and it's organized, and you have the system. When I went to Marang Marang, and then went to Malamawi and came back, it's set up. It's great. You have a system. You know what you're doing. It's there. It's all ready. Like, you are ready. Like, Basilan is literally, Isabela is ready for tourism. You can do it. So, I mean, it's very, for me, I'm so happy because here's the thing, is like, even right now sitting here, I haven't actually posted or written or shown anything yet of this trip. But now on this trip, all I know, at every single post, I'm just going to tag your tourism office.
Yes.
And just say, click here, contact here, and I'll know I'll feel comfortable doing that
Yes.
because you guys did it. It's all set up. So, like, yes, applause to you. Basilan is going to have tourism and the DOT supporting it. That's fantastic. At least I hope they continue to. I don't know if they are.
They are.
Go
they
DOT,
are.
support it. Like, so that's great.
Thank you. So, are we going with the food?
Oh, we're gonna food. Nice. I like that.
We'll have food tasting. So, you've been here for a total of, your first trip was 1 day, then you had 4 days. 5, now you have 6 days, a total of 11 days. Yes. So, apart from the tourist sites, the beautiful places that we have, and the nicest, warmest people, we also have our food. So, you cannot leave Isabela City without having a taste of our local dishes and delicacies, and of course, without knowing their names.
That's,
Me, I'm very bad and poor with names. I don't know with you.
yeah, I'm pretty bad too. But I'm hoping I can do this because I want to get some street cred in Basilan. So it's like,
Okay. So, we have, if this is an exam, we have the matching type.
Back to school, okay.
Yes. you have to match the name to the correct food or dish.
I'm curious too. When these dishes, would you consider them like, are they tausig, are they yakan, are they just
Mix.
It's a mix, okay.
Actually, the islands, Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi share almost the same culinary, what do you call this?
culinary vibes?
Yeah, vibes.
Okay. So we're gonna.
Yeah, we can start now.
Do I get to look at these?
Yeah.
Okay,
you
so
can
these are
have it.
names.
Yes,
I
these
gotta
are the
match them.
names. You
Okay.
can pick one and.
Oh, I chose the one I don't know right away. That's not cool. Oh man. Okay,
Pali
excuse my pronunciations as well. Pali Kumbing?
Yes.
Pali Kumbing. Oh man, okay. I think I know what that is. I definitely know what that is. I think I know what that is. I think it's gonna. I'm just. Can I switch to them later?
Okay, you can say pass.
Can I look at the other ones first?
Yeah, of course,
Okay,
of course.
one second. What did you know? Shago? Sounds like a
Yes.
dance move. Shago. What? Can I look at another one too? I want to get the ones I know first. I'm gonna do this in a strategic way.
Okay, you can,
okay.
yes.
Gion? How do you say this? Gion?
What's that?
Gion?
What is this?
I don't know. What is that?
Giwan.
Giwan? There's a place in the
Giwan?
Philippines.
Giwan?
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 Okay, hold up.
I also don't know.
Yeah, let's. 1 second. Let's.
Why are you picking the hard
PTs?
one?
I thought I was gonna know it. What? is this like a prank? Are you pranking your date? I'm just joking. PTs. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna flip them all over. I'm gonna get this. Okay, wajit. I should know what wajit is, but I don't yet. 1 second.
Okay.
1 second. Putli mandi. You know what? I think names change here. Okay, this is gonna. I haven't even looked at this. It's gonna say
Okay.
Tula Itam, right?
No.
It's not. That's Tula Itam, isn't it? Or no? Okay. Wajit. I'm gonna go with. I'm just thinking it's probably this.
Okay. Wajit.
Wajit. Shagos kind of sounds like.
Parang kulang.
How come I? Okay.
Shagol.
Can I tell you first and foremost what I would have said? So I would have said this is pan.
Okay.
I don't know why. If it's mongo, is it like sweetened mongo?
Is it?
Okay, because I swear somebody called it pan before, but I probably got it wrong.
Pan.
Somebody told me this is boli. So yeah, somebody told me on the street. Maybe they were tricking me. It makes sense.
Here
It's a
in
bowl.
Basilan?
It was in Magma.
Okay,
Maybe it was one of the
okay.
locals is messing with me. I
Okay.
don't know. Boli. I have heard some of these before. I'm just gonna guess. Okay, this must be Tula Itom, no? Is it?
Is it?
Actually, it's a variation of
A variation.
there.
A variation. Oh my
All
gosh.
dishes have the
Oh,
same.
really? So it's not.
Yeah, it's not chura ito. Because I know you know chura ito.
So this is made of.
Oh, this is. Okay, I'm gonna say that's shago because it's a mix. So that
Okay.
sounds like sago, like mix, you know. I think. I'm gonna. I think that.
If you get half correct.
Mandi,
What?
this term mandi, I think refers to something like sweet. I don't know, or that's my
Okay.
guess.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna say sweet mongo, putli mandi. I don't know.
Okay, I'll turn it.
PTs, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think is like put it there. I think it's these magic little. I swear I had these earlier and they were small.
Mm-hmm.
It's like grams or something, and I don't know.
There's sweetened coconut inside.
Pali kambing,
It literally means wound.
wound.
Pali is wound and kambing is goat.
Okay, so I got the kambing. I knew that kambing was goat. A wound of a goat. Can you? If I told you in English, wound of a goat, what would you choose? Okay. I'm just gonna say that goats like to eat seaweed. So, Pali kambing. Ago. How would you say this correctly? Pronunciation correctly.
Agal-agal.
Aga. That to me sounds like,
Oh my god.
you know, it sounds like this yellow thing in the middle. And then see, I always thought this is like Jenai or something. Or oh no, this is the purple one with the coconut in it, isn't it?
Is it? Yes, yes.
Ah, but I don't think it's Giwan, but I'm just gonna put it there anyways. How did I do?
Kulas.
There are two dishes with the same name.
Ah, okay.
2 dishes with the same name.
Mm.
Do you know any?
No.
Thank you. Thank
Is
you.
this a ground for impeachment?
Can we tag in tourism there? Where's the tourism officer? Tourism officer. See, he doesn't even know. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Can I interrupt and say that's what's exciting. Imagine now if you're a Filipino watching this and you're not from Basilan,
Yes.
you're not from Isabela. Look at all these strange names and foods you won't ever know. That's part of what makes it so magical coming here.
Yes. Yes.
And then they'll also say other names. So they see, I would have thought that was like Pan Pan. I would have thought that was Tiole Tom. Actually, that's about all I know. But I would say I thought this was like crushed graham malakit rice with like coconut. I think this is the purple one with coconut
Yes,
inside.
yes.
Seaweed.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like strips of cassava. No.
No. You want to
What did you
try?
taste?
Oh, am I allowed? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna eat. Okay.
Okay. Is it spicy?
Is it halang? How do you say halang in Yakan?
Halang. Malara.
Balara?
In Yakan, the same.
You know what? This looks like there's kambing. I think this is a Thai kambing.
Is it spicy?
No, it's. I don't know what it is.
But does it taste good?
Yeah, it tastes good, but I just don't know what it is. It almost has like a texture of like shredded meat with
Something.
eggs, but it's not.
Okay, is it beef, chicken?
Well, I was gonna guess it's
Fish?
kambing because of because of the sign, but it kind of tastes fishy in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Is it catfish? Is it stingray?
It's stingray.
Okay, that's what it is. Okay, I should have known that. I remember.
With
Okay.
coconut milk gata. And of course, you'd always find turmeric in many of our dishes.
Okay, so that's the one. Can
And
I
lemongrass, I think. Yes.
can I make myself feel really good and can I open this and show everybody it's gonna be purple and there's gonna be coconut inside of it because there. See, look at purple and look at coconut inside of it.
Yes.
Do you know what's the term for this one? What's this called?
Pitis.
I knew it was either going to be this one or the ball that was going to be PTs. Because
Yes.
it
And that one is, the stingray is shagul.
makes sense. It's kind of mixed together.
Yeah. Shagul. And the darkened one is, it's darkened shagul. What do you call it?
Shabu.
Oh, so both of these are shagul.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
a version of dry and wet shabu.
So I got one.
Okay.
Technically.
Okay.
Okay. What's this one up here? It's not. Is it mandi?
Putli mandi. Putli mandi. So this one is pitis,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
This one is putli mandi.
Was I correct in saying that mandi can refer to like sweet or candy, or was I just
For
completely wrong?
some, yes,
Okay.
yes.
What's the?
I also don't know why it's named putli mandi.
Do you find like even yourself, if you at like let's say an event with your friends, and if they're Yakan and Tausug or just from the south, that you even still come across foods and things that are named ways that you don't.
Yes, of course, yes.
That's cool. That is really cool. But, so this is putli
So
mandi.
that one is putli mandi.
Now, what would you call this?
What is this?
Pali.
Pali kambing.
How can this be?
I don't know how.
How
Yeah, it's pali kambing.
how can this be? Pali kambing. There
So
is.
tourism, please find out why
Yeah.
it's named pali kambing.
You know what? Maybe there's a goat inside. Let's find out. There's no goat. There's no goat.
That's banana.
Mm. Actually, these are really good. I like these.
Okay.
They're like water. Mm.
But you got one correct.
I think that's pretty good for what I was faced with.
You got wajit correct.
Oh, wait, this one up here?
Yes.
Is that wajit?
Wajit.
Okay.
Yes, that's our biko in most other areas. No? That's the biko.
Do people here? I've noticed as well when I was traveling around. There's a lot of cassava,
Oh yeah.
but I noticed there wasn't a lot of cassava plantations, or at least I didn't see so many.
Not here in Isabela. Not
Okay.
much here in Isabela in the highlands. Yes. We have actually our staple is not rice, but yutu. It's made of cassava.
It's a big yellow one, no?
Yeah. Yes. So we have what? Pitis, putli mandi, palik kambing, wajit, the two shaguls. That one is G1.
G1,
G1, G2,
G1, G3, G4, G5, G6.
Yeah.
This is just sweet and mango, though. I was correct.
Is it right? Yes.
Okay,
That's
cool.
how they call it here.
I remember, so these dishes though, would these all just be like little merienda or snacks or coffee things? But these would be served,
With rice.
okay. And what's the term for that? I've seen before like these kind of dishes on a big
Dulang.
dulang,
Yeah,
okay.
we call it
And it's
dulang.
just all
Like
surrounds.
a tray. Yes.
Okay. So that's the style of.
Yes, that's how we serve it in occasions usually.
If you had one favorite dish or your go-to dish that you're at an event or you're at an activity, it's like a tausug or yakan party or whatever, like what do you go for right
We
away?
always go for the pila itum.
Of course, yeah, it's the
Yes.
best.
Pila itum. And then after, next to that would be utak-utak. It's fish cake. Yes.
Utak utak?
Yeah.
Ah.
It's brain.
So if you eat it, you... if you
Or bolo night.
Bolo.
Yes.
I think as well, here in Isabela, I noticed even the past few days, like you have a brand new coffee place. Do you have like, and actually that one
Vianda. Then we have Sabores.
Sabores,
Yes.
and like things are starting to pop up restaurant-wise too. I guess I can imagine as the future progresses, are you guys hoping to have more and more options like
look
that?
forward to that.
But I noticed too when I was doing the tourism activities, the ones that you guys actually have like set up, that there's fantastic displays of food. Is that created locally just by those communities, or like for example, I went to Marang Marang and we showed up there, me and my buddy, the British friend,
Yeah.
and there's like little snacks like this on the table and coffee.
It's shared. It's everywhere. But we have our specialties like in Marang Marang, they have the clams.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Because that's where the imbaw. That's where the imbaws are harvested right there. The mangroves.
I'm slightly sad still. I didn't get.
But you got one. No, two correct, right? The shakul and
Can-
the wajit.
Can I be honest in saying too? I thought I was gonna flip them over, and maybe 4 or 5 I was gonna know 100%. And I was just gonna be like, yes. But now what's gonna happen is people are gonna see this and go, you always write about like being down there, but really, are you really?
No, but I'm pretty sure you've encountered many of these
Yeah, I've seen them
outside, and they have different names
Absolutely.
outside. That's why you thought they would have the same names here.
I've seen these all. I've probably tried them all, and even actually the stingray one too. I've had that before. But I think sometimes, what was that one? You remember when you guys had the festival outside
Yes,
and all the
yes.
houses in Cotabato?
Yes, in Cotabato.
There's a cassava chicken
Kalia.
that. But you said I think it's like I haven't actually seen it around often. Is that not as commonly cooked?
Not
or-
here in Isabela.
Okay.
It's mostly, it's a native chicken,
Okay.
and then they use the cassava flour as paste.
I'm curious when does everybody from different parts of the island also kind of bring their culinary skill here to Isabela? Like, do you find like you get a lot of, even though Basilan's a province?
In their carinderias, in their eateries, you would find them.
Okay.
So if you go to an eatery owned by a yakan, you might find a chicken kalia there.
Okay, cool.
And this one,
That's
the
seaweeds, right?
seaweeds, this is the akal-akal.
Is that green mango in it?
Yes, that's green mango.
Okay, green mango seaweed. I like how there's just one scary chili. Oh, two scary chilies.
Angry chilies.
I think this is quite common all over the Philippines.
Yes.
Seeing seaweeds, no? What do you guys call lato? You know, the bubbly ones.
Gamay. Yeah.
Gaman is little.
Little,
Yeah.
Bisaya, yes.
I guess that makes sense. A little mini like bubbly
Yeah, yung
seaweed.
tausug. That's a tausug word.
Gamay?
Lato, yes.
That's something that always blows my mind in the Philippines. It's like actually even sometimes
One word can mean different things. Yeah.
Sakto.
Mm.
Well, I mean, usually I thought my energy level would be up now, but again, I'm just like, I was really confident I was gonna read and know everything.
Don't feel bad about
It's
it.
okay. At least
yeah?
I can eat away my pain.
We can do this again. Yes. That's the pitis.
Super good. I like these ones. These ones have a lot of coconut.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like a bukayo inside.
This is the moment that the tourism people stop the cameras. So and then I just eat everything. And then this is objective. This is really good. Do you have a favorite merienda?
Yeah, that one. Pitis. And the palikambing, but I like them smaller.
I noticed a little bit of the canned tausig hospitality here. You're just letting me eat and you're not touching anything.
Yes.
It's very common. I find this happens very often, especially in these parts.
Really,
Like,
yeah.
oh, definitely.
They just let you eat.
I was like, eat. Why aren't you eating? You go first.
We like to look at your expression, and see if you like it or not.
Actually, I had a really nice experience with the tausig person. I just wrote about it 3 hours ago on my Facebook page. I pulled in to an eatery, tausig eatery, and we had tiole tom and some of the snacks, and then right before I left, obviously I was like, okay, I've got to pay. Like, how much is it? He's like, this time Kulas. No, it's okay, no worries. I'm like, no, I'm paying. Like, how much is it? He's like, Kulas. If a tausig offers you and you don't accept, it is disrespectful. Don't ask again. It's like, okay, I will take your food. I will eat your food. Okay.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
it's really.
It's tausug hospitality. And again, true with I think the rest of the Philippines.
That's the thing that I find the most fascinating is, I mean, case in point, even with food, right? Yes, everywhere you go in the Philippines, people are a little bit different. They speak a little different, maybe they look a little different, maybe they have different kind of things they celebrate, or different customs to things they do, but there's also similarities. And you can go from Tawi-Tawi to Batanes, and I guarantee a lot of Filipinos will offer you food or want to be hospitable, no matter what background they are. So I think, again, that's the positive aspect of visiting places maybe you're not used to experiencing here within the country.
Yeah.
So
Yes, you'd still find that common thread that connects all of us.
oh, that's our deep, meaningful, and impactful talk
No,
of
but
food.
really,
It's
and
true. It's
you,
true.
Kulas, is one of those threads.
I think we all are. We're all just human, and when we open ourselves up to being human with one another, even when we're a little bit different, at the end of the day, we're actually the same. So
So,
that's when we try again.
Salamat, maraming salamat.
Thank you.
And as I said earlier, I don't want to thank you because that would be like, you're consciously doing something, which is not.
I think to be very blunt and very honest and slightly emotional, I actually should just be thanking you guys, because when you put yourself somewhere and you show people you believe in them, when you see them prove you right, it's very uplifting. No, it's true. Like, I believed I would be safe. I believed I would have a good experience. A lot of the world said I wouldn't, or told me no way.
Don't.
But you proved me right, and you continue to prove me right. So I look forward to seeing you prove other people right when they come and experience that too. There you go.
So yun.
That's the emotional ending. That's the truth.
I hate you.
That's the truth. That's the honest truth. So thank you for doing that.
that matters a lot to us because we are in a stage of proving, right? And at this certain stage, we really do need people who believe in us. And like I said earlier, people who trust us and people who cheer for us. There will always be like you being in social media, there will always be bashers.
Of course. Oh.
Right? But like you said, I think the right approach is not to awayin sila, but invite them.
Yes.
Invite them and just come and see for yourself what we have to offer and who we have become, and help us be, more, because we know that we can be more. So, yun. So, maraming salamat. Daghang salamat, Kulas.
Thank you.
And I know that this won't be your last here with us. I know that maybe soon you will be staying with us.
I'm sure you'll see me many times. I think actually, look it went from 1 day to 3 to 4 days to 6 days. So who knows what's next, right?
Next time, 1 month. No?
Who knows?
There's still a lot to see and experience here.
I'm just genuinely excited that you guys have it's coming along and you know what to do with people when they come visit. So
we have set up the system. We have the right people. So thank you again.
Yes.
Thank you. Maraming salamat. Magsupol. That's how we
Magsupol.
say it. So yun po, maraming salamat at sinamahan ninyo kami. Gracias kayan junto ustedes. Aquí na di atun first episode del
VIDAsabela.
Maglayag, tihayag sa mundo na ikaw at ako, tayo ay Isabelenyo. Tara na, sakay na, halina't makisa. Tara na, maglayag, tihayag sa mundo na ikaw at ako.